Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the vintage paper girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm excited that each and every one of you is here today. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch one of my videos, comment, give me thumbs up, chat with me, all that good stuff. So welcome. Okay, I'm really pleased that you guys decided to stop in because today is Stack Your Stash. And in Stack Your Stash, we're going to do some quick crafting. And that helps you build your stash quickly for those of you who want to have things pre-made. So when you make a journal, you could just put it together, right? Now, I have tons and tons of stuff, but we got a lot of new people. So I thought, well, I'd probably use some of these in my next upcoming project. So I would go ahead and do them for you today. We're going to do a couple fun projects, and they're going to be pockets. And I did try to prep a little bit, so here we go. The first one is going to be, oh, before I get going, how are all of you? Are you okay? I hope those of you that are in the Southern California area, SoCal we call it, are okay, are safe. You're not in anywhere near the fires. I live in California, but I'm Central Coast, meaning the middle of the state. I'm about 6 hours above where the fires are. So we are safe. I imagine we'll start to see the smoke from the fires pretty soon if they don't stop soon. I am praying for rain, okay? So everybody get out there and pray that California gets a rainstorm from the south and that it hits LA first and just drowns out all those awful fires and protects everyone there who's in harm's way. All right, so let's get busy. So I'm marking myself safe with you guys. We're going to take some paper doilies and we're going to make pockets with a twist. Now, we're going to use 8-inch doilies. You can use any size you like, but this is the size I thought would work the best. So we're going to give that a shot, okay? And I have kind of some little samples. This is a sample of one that's completed. The only thing I haven't done yet is glue it in, and I'll show you what I mean in just a minute, okay? So grab your doilies if you've got some. If not, we do carry them in our shop, okay? And our shop is Design Journal and Supply, and it's on Etsy. And we have a drop-down box below my video that you can tap over there. And when you do the little V or the word more, tap on that. It'll bring the box down. And if you scroll up, you will find one that says, you can find me at Journal and Supply. And that is Design Journal and Supply. That's our shop. And over there is where we carry all our supplies just for you guys. So you have what we have. I had Jolene restock these to make sure we are, ready for a project like this. So you're going to take a doily. You're going to flip it over. This is the wrong side of the doily. This is the right side of the doily. And we're going to and you've seen these many times. Many people make these pockets. Nothing new. I've made them in videos, but not exactly like this. And what we want to do is they don't have to meet dead in the middle, but we want to kind of get it sort of centered. And you decide about how, I think I've got mine at about 4 inches. Yeah, right around 4 1/4 is a good width for these. Now I'm going to move this over just a bit, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to do that. Nothing difficult, right? Nice and easy. And then we're just going to turn this up. Now, you can turn your pocket way up if you would like, or you can make it lower so you could see more of what's going to go in the pocket. I want to see more of what's going in my pocket. So I'm just going to turn it up a little bit, which is about 2 inches. So you don't need measurements, but if you want them and you're a measuring gal or guy, go ahead and measure. Okay. And that's what you get. Now, the one thing that we can do here, which I thought I pre-cut a bunch of pieces. What did I do with them? That's odd. Well, I can cut some more, right? Paper's paper. I have a lot of it. I've always got paper, right? Oh, look at all my pretty papers. Yes. Ooh, this would be very pretty in there. I'll just grab a piece. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, I love this rose paper. This rose paper is from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Is this the exact same one? Yes. Yay. Okay. I always try to do a couple because I know that these are some of my basics. Now, we do not want all of that white on there, right? So what we're going to do is I have to trim my papers because my printer does not give me edge to edge. Sometimes it's just a little bit. Sometimes I have a big, wide bar. I think it depends on the designer. Now, I know that this is about 4 inches wide. There, yeah, it's about 4 inches wide. Well, is it less than 4? No, tiny bit more. Okay, so I'm going to want to cut it at about 4 inches. This is the Tim Holtz tonic paper cutter. As far as I know, these are not going away. And I'm going to cut off all of the white. See, it's easier. I can't cut. I'd have to go to my Big Bertha if I want to trim all the way around. But since I knew I was cutting it into 4s, this is no big deal, right? So what a gorgeous piece of paper that's going to be. And we're going to look to make sure before I put my cutter away. I'm going to go in here. Oh, look how pretty that is. Okay, now that's obviously too tall, and we are going to cut that down. But what I thought I would do is maybe make one more for you, you know, just to do it twice. So do I want that same rose print? Maybe not, huh? We might want a little something different. Certainly I could make 2 of the exact same. I'm sure that's possible. I'm just putting some, looking through I have a pile of roses here on my desk. And so I'm looking to see what else I have. This is one of Tina's rose kits. Oh, I also have the Valentine roses in here. Is this the Valentine one? Oh, this is the Valentine rose kit. Huh. Ooh, you know what I do love? It's roses, but I do love this one. Look at that. Yummy, yummy. Do I have the regular rose kits? Of course I must. Oh, yes, of course. And Tina has another one that's got a ton of roses here. Rose Collection 2. Then there's that. This is the Valentine Day kit. For those of you who like roses and you just want lots of pretty roses. She has a yellow rose kit too. I don't know. I'm sure I must have it. I can't imagine I don't. Let me see if it's here. I think it would be fun to play with that one because it's a lot lighter colors. Oh, unless it's in the back of that. I never did look to see. I'm going to have to look to see where my yellow rose kit is. It's really pretty. It's a little bit lighter version of that. But anyway, I'll bring it over here if I don't have it next time for something else we do. All right. Now, one of the things we do want to do, and I can do it in this one, is we want to cut it the height you want, right? Or fold it or whatever you want to do to make it not quite so tall. But this is a permanent fixture back here. So what we want to do is, this is the back of the pocket. This isn't something we're going to take out. So we are going to glue it in because now your pocket piece is, oh gosh, I need something. We'll just use this. You have a pocket here and you have a pocket here and you have one. I actually made a little one here. So I made this a 3-pocket, but it can be just a 2-pocket, okay? You just have to be careful because you don't want to rip your laces, right? So you do have 2 full pockets there, and this one is supposed to be permanent. It doesn't come out, okay? So now let's cut this one. Oop. And you should be able to do, you could probably do 50 in like 15 minutes if you want. So if you want to build up some pretty lacy ones, get a whole bunch of different paper. Could be scrapbook paper. Don't get it too heavy because then it'll damage your lace trying to get it in and out. But don't get it too heavy. And that way you can and that first fold kind of determines where your center is going to be. I leave mine open a little bit in the middle. So I am going to move that over just a little bit. Let's see if we got the 4 inches. That way I'll know what size paper to cut. Yep. I'm sort of consistent with that. It's a little bit more narrow, but I can move it around because we don't glue anything in right away. Then you can decide how high you want your pocket. Am I pretty consistent in that? Yeah, I'm pretty consistent. So from the very tippy top to the bottom is about 5 1/8. Let's see if this one is. Yep, right on it. All right, now you'll notice I have not glued anything together yet. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I get this the way I want it before I do any gluing. I don't want to do any gluing yet. Now that's really tall, as you can see. So what I want to do is to give it some strength because it's kind of wobbly. Is I'm going to actually fold this down, kind of down into it. There, that's not quite so tall, right? Oh, isn't that pretty? I have a feeling that's upside. No, that's not upside down. That's right side up. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm going the right way with those roses. They're apparently all over the page. The easiest way to put it in is just put it in like that. That way you're not. And you can glue it in just like that. So what I want to do is I'm going to do a little bit of gluing here. Fold my paper over. Going to put it back in there. Okay. I'm going to go like that. Now, one thing I want to do is now I want to close up my pocket, but I want to carefully put that glue on there so I don't glue it closed and then you can't use your pocket. You have to kind of put it on the little bitty pieces. Now see right here, there's a little bit of plain paper. It's not all lacy looking. And we're going to close that. Okay, we'll check it in a minute to make sure the pocket's usable, right? Let me throw this away. I don't think I need all these scraps, right? Okay, so now the next thing we could do is if you are feeling like, okay, I'm ready, I've decided where I want this, but before you do that, if you're going to do any inking, I would do it now. Let's see, do I want to ink? I do. I've got my Victorian Velvet, and I want to add it just a little bit around the edges, and I mean barely. Kind of take out some of the white, which is pretty. Okay. One thing I want to do is I want to make a pretty edge, so a pretty corner. So I'm going to corner that with this corner rounder that has this gorgeous little I don't know if you'll see the back. It should be glued down, but if you were to slide this into a pocket, then you do want it to be kind of nice back there. It doesn't have to be beautiful, but could be. Not really getting much on there, if anything. I think I pretty much didn't put too much on there. Okay. Now, we know we like that, so we're going to go ahead and we are... What did I just do with my glue? Oh, it's over here. Okay, it's early morning for me. I'm trying to do a nice little video for you before my tree trimmers come so that you could have a Friday video to watch before our weekend crafting with the Vintage Paper Girl. I've got a good one this weekend. It'll be a long one, so watch for my Saturday video. I'm hoping to get it filmed today at some point after the tree trimmers leave. All right, so this one is glued in. This one's glued. Oh, wait, where's my original one? Where'd it go? Must be under here. There we are. Now this one, I have put another piece of paper on here, and it was a scrap. So let me find, where's that rose scrap I just had? Here it is. I want to use a bit of that bottom, and I'm going to rip a bit out of there. I am going to cut that off though. The very, very bottom. I'm going to leave it straight because I need it to be straight on that corner. There we are. And I'm going to put a little bit of those roses at the bottom to bring our color down here. I'm absolutely going to need to do some inking here because I'm an inker. If you're not, just go ahead and glue it on. Now you can glue it as another pocket or glue it straight down. Totally up to you what you would like to do. I think I'm going to make it a little tuck spot. If you wanted to put a little note or a little sweet thing there. These would be good for Valentine's Day or spring or Mother's Day or Or just put them in your journal because you like pretty things. Like me. I love pretty things. You know that. I'm going to glue that up just a little bit. I'm a little worried about that edge, but I want to make sure I don't glue that bottom. I need it. Okay, that's still open. I want to make sure I don't close my pocket with the glue. Slide something in there. Could be a credit card. Could be whatever you want. Just make sure that all of this is open. Okay, which it is. And I would like to add maybe some pink lace or something to the bottom. I'm trying to think what laces I have, what would look good across the bottom there. Excuse me. Let me grab one of my thin laces. Not thin, but if I could find it, I'll use it. Oop, Craft-A-Lanch. Craft-A-Lanch. I had to think about what lace would look lovely with this. So I'm hoping this will work. We carry this lace in our shop. It's really pretty. I don't know the name of it or how Jolene has it listed is what I should say, but I know we have it. But it's delicate and dainty and perfect for this. So let me... So if you need some tiny little lace, I think we've got it at a really good price too, so you might want to go take a peek. We try to keep our prices down for you guys because this is a shop we created for you. I'm not doing this to promote the shop. I'm just letting you know that, yes, the projects I do, we do have bits and pieces for you to use if you want to. You don't have to. Okay, let's go. I'm going to need some Fabri-Tac. Oh, it's cold in here this morning, so we'll see. It's been, yesterday it felt like spring. It was 65, but really warm in the sun, where if you could have a short sleeve shirt on if you were in the hot sun. But in the shade, it was really cold. So it's a weird weather we're having right now. It's technically our spring weather. We somehow are missing winter. We need our rain back. We need everything back, or we're going to have a horrible dry summer with a lot of fires, and we don't need that. What's already starting, it's it's January, and I have never known us to have a wildfire in January in California. So it's scary right now. Very, very scary. Okay, I'm scared for everyone in that area, for real. I'm terrified. I have friends down there, and I'm worried sick about them, so... Okay, I have all kinds of butterflies. I'd like to use a little butterfly. I was thinking it's something that sticks out pretty good. Ooh, that blends in. I guess pale would be better, maybe, huh? Or maybe some with black. Yeah, that's a little too much. I may go back to the first one I picked up. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to give it a good amount of ink on the edge just to help it stand out, a way to enhance the edges of this. Again, I am using Distress Ink Victorian Velvet. For those of you who are brand new, I have a lot of colors. Not all of them. Tim Holtz has like hundreds now. But some of the original ones. I'm going to put that on there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then I'm going to add, I think, a bow, maybe. Do I have bows? Not in that one. Oh, I need to put all my beautiful Christmas cards away that I received from my friends, my crafty friends. Okay. Not that bow. It's too bright. Oof. Oofta. Let's see. No. I have a more pale one. I do. Let's try this pale one. There. Okay, we got that. And we will, because people said they want to see them finished, I will at least finish one for you. I'm going to put some bling on my butterflies, which I have always done this since the beginning. I do want to glue this on. Come on. Oh, it's cold. Glue problems in the winter are not uncommon. I've been very proud I haven't had any, but boy, this year has been a challenge for me. Keeping our house too cold, I think. Okay. I got a glue bubble. I might have to go to a glue gun if this continues this winter, because it's frustrating for me to craft with your glue and it just doesn't want to work no matter what you do. I just hate that. So it slows up your video. You know, you got things to do. I have a busy day today. There we are. What do we think of this? Here, let me stand up. Isn't that pretty? I mean, look at those. They're a little bit different than height. One's a little higher than the other, but aren't they pretty? Okay. Very delicate, very lacy. Perfect for this time of year. We're coming on Valentine's Day. I don't do Valentine decorating. I don't do Valentine journals, you know. So, of course, when the kids were little, I always did stuff, but not now. And now my grandkids are all grown up, not really. And the little ones don't live anywhere nearby, so no point in that. This is glued on, and this one's glued on. And so we have 3 beautiful pockets we can use. You're going to have to be careful if you store them. Okay. Now we could do one more, and then I'm going to move on to something different. Oh, these 2 actually could use some decoration. But I'm going to wait because I need to, this one's much bigger. I used a really big doily for this one. I used that big giant one in the pack that you get, and it makes a really nice one for a bigger journal. It actually would take up a good amount of page. So I'm going to see what corner do I want to do up here. I think I'm going to just do a 1/4 inch corner here. Because let's see, how big is this one? This one's 7.5. That would take up a whole page. You glue it down and you got 2 lovely pockets. This one, it's a little tall. Yeah, it's 8 inches. So I don't really want it that tall. So I think I would fold it down a bit at the top like we did the other one. Oops, excuse me. I'm going to glue that down. And I am going to cut that corner. And I'm going to ink this a little bit. I'm just using regular vintage photo distress ink here. And I believe I'm going to want to just add a little bit of glue. Come on now. It's cold in here. I know. You're all being stubborn this morning. No one wants to work. Everybody's on strike. Yes, I get it. But I don't usually do early morning videos, but I have to today because I have the tree guys coming. So you will just have to work with me. Work with me. Alrighty. There we have that. I wanted to be sure you guys had some kind of a fun video for today. Something you could use, play with, practice. Super easy. That one's closed too. That one's closed. This one I would probably add the pink to, not the... And I would want to put images there. If I have time, I will, but I don't think I will. But anyway, there's 4 right there for you. So I may stop there, although I really am dying to see how this looks. So let me just at least get the piece cut. I've got 2 completed for you. The other 2 will probably stay as is until they go into the journal they're going to live in. All right, so I probably don't always want to decorate everything, especially when we are doing a stack your stash. I heard someone at my door here. Well, maybe not. Probably the cat. She was not very happy with me. She likes to get back in bed in the morning and cuddle with me, and I went to work this morning, so she came and sat on my chair, trying to keep me from filming. I'm like, no, little girl, that's Misty. I call her Misty Moo. I said, no, Misty, you got to go out. Mama's working today. She looked at me like, what? Are you nuts? It's too early, Mom. What are you doing up so early? Stop getting up early. Okay, so this one's all folded and ready to go. You just watched me fold it. Let's see if it's going to fit in here, or do I need to trim it? Or sometimes you can just wrap the paper around it. Yeah, sometimes when you can't do it the other way, put it in first, fold it around it. There you go. Now that's too high, but I hate to cut off that with love. So if I cut it off, I'm going to use it down here. I'm not going to fold this one down. You don't have to fold it down. Okay, we made that a little bit shorter, and that's okay. You can make them any height you want. There is no height requirement on these. It's strictly whatever you like and you want to do. See, in that way I could put that across the bottom there. Isn't that pretty? I would just put that across the whole bottom and maybe glue it down. Yeah, I just want to put that across the bottom. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I am going to do this. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this on very carefully. What are you guys up to? Are any of you doing things for Valentine's, creating any crafty things for Valentine's Day, for swaps or groups or happy mails or anything like that? I know a bunch of you do that. I believe my friend Cheryl does that. So you guys doing stuff for that yet? Or will you be doing it? Now this one, I've made it a pocket. I've created a tiny little pocket right here. Did I? Or did I glue it down? Nope, I left it open. That's a pocket. That'll be it. So a triple pocket. I have an itchy nose, pardon me. This weird weather. Warming up when it shouldn't. We need rain. We just had, all those whopping rainstorms. We need another one. We need another rainstorm. But we need it to include Southern California so they can get a lot of rain and save homes and lives. We need rain. So if you want to help and you pray or send out good vibes into the universe, whatever you do, positive, let's do it for everybody who is going through this horrific time, okay? Let's see what we as crafters can do. I have a lot of clients down there, a lot of subscribers too. Your fellow crafty friends, your besties are all down there, guys. So let's pray for them. I was worried about one of my sweet friends in particular, and she says she's okay, but she's got a lot of friends there too that she's scared for. So here we go. Look at this. All right, this is what we made for our first little craft. Not bad. This one, I think, I'll have to look and see what kind of hearts and things I have. I don't know what else I want to decorate that. Oh, I know. Let me see. I said that, and then I have some puffy hearts. Oh, wouldn't that be pretty on there? That would be lovely. Look at that. We could glue that one on there, and then we could put something right there. A little jewel or something. I'm trying to think, what do I have that's heart-shaped besides that? I thought I had some little lacy pieces that are sort of heart-shaped. Do I? I got lots of flowers. I like that. Oh, Miss Stephanie, thank you so very, very, very much for the beautiful scissors you sent me. You are the most thoughtful, wonderful person. I adore you. She sent me some lovely, happy mail. I'll share that with you in just a minute. Yeah, I'm not going for the heart. It's a little too bright for me, I think. But, yes, thank you so much, my beautiful friend. I truly appreciate you every single day. All the beautiful cards you've sent me. You are just the best. You always know right when to send me something. Where are my beautiful scissors I just got? Here they are. Yay. Look at that. My hand actually fits in them. They're a little bit different than these. Okay. So, and then I have the giant ones too. So I love these. These are fabulous. So thank you, my friend. Okay. All right. I am so blessed to have her in my life. Always cheers me up. She always knows just what to do and when to do it. She listens beautifully. Thank you to Cheryl, who recognized that I was over 6,000 subscribers. Cheryl, you're the only one who mentioned it. Thank you, thank you. Yes, we have finally grown a little bit. Yay! Getting some new followers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I call you followers instead of subscribers, but a new subscriber. I don't know, subscribers just sounds kind of cold. I just want something a little warmer word for you all because you're so fabulous, right? Now, this is a double butterfly, but I think it's too big. Yeah, I got a tiny little guy. Maybe he would work there. I'm in a butterfly mood. You know, you haven't seen me use butterflies in a while. I always started out doing tons and tons of butterflies, remember? Those of you who've been following me a long time, you know I started out with butterflies on everything. In fact, many of you fell in love with me because of that. And I fell in love with you because you loved what I was doing. Okay. I was just realizing I'm going to put this butterfly on here, but I might want some lace right there. Do I want lace right there? What do I do with my lace? There we go. Let me get what I just pinned that on there. There we go. I want a piece of lace at the bottom. I just think it adds a bit of something to it, right? Let me cut that off. All right. Now, someone commented about the fact that I'm worried about the time when I'm doing my videos. It's not very relaxing. Well, I'm sorry, but I do have to worry about the time, today because I do have an appointment and I have other things to do, and I do these videos for free. But the thing is, if you're a YouTuber, you know that anything over an hour long in a video is it takes forever to load. It took my friend the other day, my bestie, 6 hours to load a video. So we have to be mindful of other YouTubers that are trying to load videos because they need to get their videos loaded as well. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of us doing this. We're not the only ones that you may watch. And it gets really busy. It's like a traffic jam on there. So if you keep it around an hour, it isn't so tough for everyone to get on. And especially around the holidays when everyone, including, you know, the novices that are making little videos of their family, or they're making videos for, you know, whatever. And then you have the professional guys that put out 20 videos a day trying to gain numbers because they're trying to change their analytics. But there are so many people out there putting videos up that it gets very difficult to get your video loaded. And I don't have all day. My husband, through the goodness of his heart, loads videos for me, does the write-up, which is really the title that you see. He puts that in. We have to load it first, and he has to go back into studio, put that in. Then he has to go back, add all of the hashtags and things that are necessary to make your video go. And then he has to go back in and do the description. So it takes quite a bit of time. I can't ask him to take all day for me to do long videos, you know. I don't want to take up his time. He has other things to do. He takes care of our home, so I can do this. and takes care of me and our animals and everything. So I just have to be aware of my time. So I hope it, I'm sorry it stresses some of you out. When I can do longer videos, I do. We kind of are getting a feel for when we can get away with it and it'll load and when we can't, right? So those are all the ones I just made. Now we do have plenty of time to go and make something else. I haven't done these two because I don't know what I want to put on them. I think I'd like to put something that goes with that and maybe a little picture or something that goes with that. I have to see what papers I want to use on those. These were easy for me. I knew what I wanted to do. So let's see. There we go. We've made 5 in just a few minutes. So there we have it. Now we're going to move on to a different pocket. I want to do quick crafts so that you who don't have a lot of time, remember I told you just try to spend a few minutes every day crafting. This is the perfect thing for you to do. Grab a piece of scrap paper at least 4 inches wide and grab some doilies if you have them and wrap them around. These have gotten pretty munched, but that doesn't mean we can't use them. You know, if I put them in a box carefully, they will flatten out, right? So they'll be all right. They get bent just while I'm working on them. They're very delicate. I don't use them that often for that reason, but I mean, you could use 2 doilies together, and I think that would work very well. I'm going to set those aside. Okay. And that's a scrap. I gotta start a new scrap bucket, I think. All right. So this next one is a fun pocket. I got a couple fun pockets here. Let me move those. I'll put those off to the side. And we're going to start with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Now mine won't quite be that. It'll be a little bit smaller because I have to cut off the white. But what we're going to make today is some folded pockets. I'm not sure, fold out pockets that go like this and like this. Okay, so what it's going to be is I'm going to show you, like I said, we're going to start out with a flat piece of paper. I've already made one like this. See what you do. Okay, here's your pocket. It's glued down on the page. So when this is done, you open this up and you pull this out and you have all this writing space. So it goes like that. Okay. Now we're going to close this up because this is a little too fiddly, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to go backtrack in just a second. I'm going to close this first. There we go. All right. Now, hopefully I didn't lock that in there. Nope, I didn't. See, it tucks in to that pocket to close it. Then what you could do is you could put strips of paper here so that you can write on that or decorate it in any way you want. And then you pull this out and you have, that is writing space for you. So you kind of want to keep your paper very writable. It needs to be plain on one side. I've double printed this with a plain color. I just used a piece of paper, a blue piece of paper, and put it in my printer and printed one side blue, and then the other side is just the printed. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with this pink one, and I'll show you how we got to this in 1 second. I had to play with this a little bit to get it the way I want it, because I think on this one I made the flap, the inside tuck too wide, and I'm hoping it doesn't glue down. Yeah, it might. It might not fit in there. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut this lip down a little bit, recut it. This was the first one I made. I was playing with it, and I'll show you how I got there. All right. So you're going to take a piece of paper. You're going to pick your end, and you're going to turn down, 3/4. I'll measure this for you. This one I've got, I think, a full inch. It does work very well that way. Yeah, it's a full inch. So, but this one I think I only made 3/4 of an inch. You go 3/4 to an inch. And then you're going to take and you're going to fold this. Now, the thing I was doing is putting it way in, right? All the way to the edge. Don't do that because it's hard to get in and out. So put it about halfway in. See, like that. About halfway. And fold it down. Let me get my bone folder. Okay. Then you're going to flip this over And you're going to take and you're going to fold this all the way to that edge. Okay. Now, if you try to close that, it's going to get caught. So we need to cut out a little corner. And if you want to be consistent, you can either cut it off and keep doing it, or I want a good size. I'm finding I need a good size one. A deeper one, longer one. Okay. Let's try this. See if this is going to work for me. And I cut that very straight. Is that going to work? Yes, that will work, I think. Because you want to give yourself a little gap right there. So you need a little, see this little gap right here? You need that to tuck this flap in. Otherwise, when you glue it closed, it won't go in. I think these are Regency papers by Tina at Shabby Dabby Dude. I think this is her Regency collection. I want to say that's what this is. I'm not positive. Just go to her site. You'll see gorgeous papers. You could pick out the papers you like. You might like something way different than what I'm using. Okay. They come in the pinks and the blues and the greens, and I use them often. They go with the work that I like to do. Yes. Okay. So, see how easy that is? Now this one, I've got it too deep. See, it won't go in. It won't go in because it won't fit in once you close the ends. So I am going to, what do I want to do with this? Do I want to use a paper cutter? Maybe. If I want it to be straight, I think I will use a paper cutter because it's a little too long. I don't need that much of it. And then I want to recut my corners. Well, first let's see if that will tuck in. This is one of my favorite pockets. I've made these so many times over the years. Now we need a deep pocket. I mean, we need a deep corner. Where'd my scissors go? I'm going to use these. Okay. Now let's see if that'll go in there. Yes, it will. There we go. We're doing better now. Okay, I fixed that, so that's easy. If it doesn't go in once you close this up here, just fix your angle. Cut this down some and fix your angle at the top, and then it will fit right in. Okay. And the easy part is to just put some kind of decoration here, maybe add some lace there. I'll show you one more, and then we'll do some decorating. And then you could just, now if this is too tall for you, of course you can cut it down, but you want to do that before you glue it. And since I've already done everything, that's 7.5. I'm going to leave that one long. This one's only 7. How much tall is this one? This one's 7. So these are 7. I've cut them down a little bit. This one I've left longer. That's fine. Sometimes I do tall journals, and I would like to have some pockets for a tall journal. Remember, these are Stack Your Stash. So we don't always decorate on Stack Your Stash. I know you guys love the decorating, but this is also for those who need to make some pockets and they don't know what to do. So do I want to do a pink one on this one maybe? Or do I want to do... I'm looking to see what I have. Well, I've already got one of these. I could do one of these. And I'm pretty sure I have a project I could do that with. I've also got this one. They're all pink on the back. I'm going to do that one. Of course, that's the one I don't have trimmed, but I'll show you how easy that is. I'm going to move that. It's going to cut out my light. Okay. So because this is going to show, I am going to cut off the white part. And this way you can see, start to finish, I mean that everything isn't perfect. I don't do perfect on this channel. Okay. probably won't need that again. Now, I never know with these papers which way is up. I like that way. That's what's pleasing my eye today. I'm going to put it about, don't worry about the white. I'm going to be cutting that off. I'm going to put enough of a pocket there. Try to make it even though, that I am going to try to do. I don't know if that's even or not. It doesn't look like it. No. I thought I cut that straight, unless it's not printed straight, which I did notice. Sometimes my printer prints cockeyed. It pulls it through weird, so I think I'm getting a straight edge and I'm not. Again, we're only going to go up to about there. We don't want to go all the way in. Fold it down. Then we're going to flip it over and we're going to fold these two like this, so our edges meet. Not hard, this is super easy. There's your pocket. All right, there's your fold. Look at that. So when you open it, that's what you've got inside. Isn't that pretty? I just love this paper. Now this is the time to give it a good burnish, and we want to get rid of, this and this. I'm hoping my tree trimmers are late today, guys, because I really wanted to finish this one. All right, we can do these pockets in another quick video. We've got some other pockets here for you, but those can wait for another video. We've done an hour. I think that's good enough. I get tired too. I get tired pretty easy, so I have to be careful not to overdo. All right, so let's do this. Where's my scissors? Oh, let's use the new scissors. Let's see how these are. I always lose those caps. I can never find them. I put them down on my desk and they disappear. I don't know where they go. Someday, I guess when I move furniture, I'll probably find a bunch of stuff. And I don't know where it is. Oh, these scissors cut like butter. Boy, be careful. They are super duper 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 sharp. Yummy. Okay, I'm going to put the lid back on them because I don't want to cut anything else that I hadn't planned on. All right. Okay. So I believe that will fit down in there. We'll glue them, and there you go. And what we would do, depending upon the journal it's going to go in, we can put either lined paper, coffee dyed paper, pink paper, whatever you have. We would put strips of paper here so you can write on there and there. Then when you open this, it's glued down, or you just pick it up and take it out of your journal. You have all that. So if you put some strips of paper on each of those, and if you're using a lighter paper that isn't an all-over print, you may end up with some pretty space. You could do this in coffee dyed paper instead of a print paper and decorate yours. So it's totally up to you as to what you want to put on there. So there you have it. There's our pockets. Wow, we've got, as usual, scissors everywhere. That's how we know we had a very successful crafty day, because we have tools everywhere. Tools everywhere is how you know, and a messy desk is how you know you had a good crafty day, right? So there, we've got some lovely pieces to work with. And you can have them open whichever side you want. I tend to go this way. I notice all mine are going that way. I could have done it this way and make sure that my print opens this way, right? So that it's glued down here and then it just goes like that. So definitely think about where you want your end. I'm a righty, so apparently that's how I do it. I bet if I was left-handed, I would have done them the other way. But you can do them however you want to do them. Sorry about all the sirens today. Seems to be a busy day. Oh, gosh, I hope everything is okay. Oh, I hate it when I hear a lot of them, though. Usually something's happening. Nothing good, of course, but anyway, that's our day today. I hope you enjoyed these. Now, these you could tie up with a little string, or you could tie them with a lovely piece of crinkle binding, seam binding. You could get something pretty like this and tie it up. Oh, not that. I actually liked that. I didn't mind that. I mean, that would be good on a couple of those. So you could tie them up with some seam binding or whatever you have that you want to use. And of course you can add bits and pieces to decorate. I don't know if I have anything on hand I could just whip out and put on there. Maybe I could. Let's try it real quick. I haven't heard our guy come, so I think I got a minute or two. I should have just cut it out, because look at, I got to do it again, right? I guess I will keep working until our guy shows up and starts making a lot of noise. He's got to bring his tree trimming equipment. We have 2 giant palm trees outside my studio here that we were worried about during one of the storms. And they're top heavy with dead branches. My husband used to get up there and do it every year, but my daughter said, no more of that, Daddy. It's too dangerous. It's too high. Let's get a guy with equipment. And she has someone who comes and trims her trees. So she insisted that these guys come and work on her dad's trees. She's like, no, I don't want you on that ladder, Dad. Looking out for him. I'm glad. She went out and held the ladder for him last time he did it. She goes, Mom, aren't you going to hold the ladder? I said, are you kidding? And argue with your father? No. No. Well, I'm going out there. I go ahead. You want to argue with your dad? You go right ahead. It is not going to be me. I know better. Been married to that man forever. We've been together for 50-something years. I think it's good I don't. 53 years. It's a good thing I don't go out there and mess with him. We haven't been married all that time, but we did date for 5 years before we got married. He was the boy next door. Childhood sweethearts. Okay. So yeah, I know when not to mess with my hubby. He's a stubborn man. But his daughter, oh, she can get away with anything. She's got that man wrapped around her little finger. She says, Daddy, I need a delivery. Or could you pick up the girls? Yep. And he will do it for her. So he loves his girl. All his girls. He's got a lot of them in his life, so he has a son and 2 grandsons, thank goodness, but we don't get to see them, so he's stuck with us girls. Sorry, honey. I wish I had a pink that would look good with that. I don't know that I do. I can look next to me, but it's a very specific pink, right? Don't you think? I think it is. It's very unique in color. Ew, that's too peachy. Oh, no. I have one more that might work. Oh, it's not wide enough. I want a wide one, and that doesn't look pink next to that at all. Yee. Where did that come from? Oh, what about burgundy? Would burgundy look good on there? What do you guys think? That's probably too wide. No, there's no pink there. That looks good. Ugh. I think it has to be more pale. See, that's why I don't have anything decorating this one. I just don't think I've got anything that would look good with that. Not a thing. I can look, but I'm pretty sure I don't. Well, I don't think this is going to work. And I barely have any left. So if we use it, that's it. It's over. Well, that actually isn't bad. Okay, I lied. I have something. Had to go to the archives there for the old lace. Oh, look how pretty that is. Okay, let's get that. Let's get this. Barely any left. I might be able to do something, one more project similar to that. If I don't lose that lace, I'm going to have to put it on something else so I don't lose it in my box and never see it again. I'm going to put a little something here. Could have used velvet there too. Come to think of it, I could have. If I had the right color velvet. I have the itches today. I'm allergic to something. I haven't eaten yet, so it's not food. Something in the air making me itch. My face itch like crazy. Oh, let me make sure I don't glue that in. That could happen. Let's cut the little bit off there. And let's cut a little bit off there. Okay. I don't mind decorating this one because I think it would go into something like this, so it'd be fine, you know. But these others, I don't really know what journals they're going into. I can see if I can find some neutral things to decorate them with, but I think they're going to stay as is because they're going into my stash, right? Now, I love my glue eraser. It will take off the glue if I this is not a regular eraser. It works on glue. I mean, I think it will work on but this gets off glue and doesn't usually damage your piece unless you, so, oh, look at that. Pretty, isn't it? Let me see. I'm looking to see if I have tons and tons and tons of pink lace. This is from my scrap cabin, Erin over there. She is my sweet supplier for this stuff. Oh yes, I like that. It's called Dusty Pink. Let's tie it with that. And then I think we'll wrap this up. So I hope you've learned some new things, and maybe you are building up your stash and you're having fun making some quick things. I've got stuff all over the floor. I keep dumping everything down there. All right, let's go like that. And I don't know, I could wrap it twice maybe. Actually, I could try it like this. Let me see. I purposely cut it long so I could tie a bow. I kind of would want to tie that bow maybe away from her face because I do want to see her. Okay, let's move it up. There we go. I could tie it a little bit higher up. There we go. I've got that a little long. I'll redo it, but you get the idea. So that closes it. You could glue it down like that. Then you would untie it. Nope, that wouldn't work because it's double wrap. If it's a single wrap, you would untie it. It's glued to your page. You could open it here with 2 strips of pink paper, which I'm going to look for some pink paper. I don't know what I have that I would look good in there. And then you would open this up and pull it out, right? And then close it up. So there you have it. Cute, right? Or you could tuck it in a pocket and not have to worry about it. I think it's better if you pull it under there, actually. There we go. There. Got it. Okay, kind of went the long way around there. So there you have our quick crafts for today. You saw each one of these took almost no time at all to create. So I hope you enjoyed that and you learned some things and you found some quick 5-minute crafts that every day you could just sit down and make 1 or 2, build up your stash. But the cool part about that is you got to do something for yourself. You feel good. Everything feels good. And you got some creative things made. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a fabulous Friday and a wonderful week. And I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Mwah. Bye-bye.